me, hit this, and good morning, everybody. What is going on? Episode 94 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but that's my morning voice. Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing today? Across the table from me, my co-hosts, Waluigi and AJ.
Good morning, folks. 6 episodes away from 100. Holy smokes.
I'm tired.
Good to see you again, AJ. I'm glad you're alive.
I'm so fucking tired.
I don't blame you, bro. After yesterday, I'm still recovering. That was brutal. And of course, our guest today is none other than Gracefully Cosplay.
Morning.
Good morning. How's it going, homie?
Good. Excited to be here, even after some car trouble. But all is good.
Dear God.
All right. And of course, you already know this episode of the podcast is going to be available on all audio hosting platforms. Just Google South Florida Gamers Podcast and you will find us there. Big shout out to our supporters and our followers of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. Thank you guys for your continued support. And, if you're new here, go ahead and give us a follow and share the stream, share the podcast. Let people know that, hey, if there's someone out there that wants to have their gaming story to be heard, by all means, reach out to us and we'll gladly have you on. Of course, you got to be a South Florida native. First things first. So that being said, we have our guest, and that is none other than Gracefully Cosplay, and we're going to ask her, what is her gaming origin story? What got her into gaming? So, Grace, take us away.
I feel like my story is none other than I had an older sibling who enjoyed gaming and also a cousin who also enjoyed gaming. I would say, I guess my first video game that I was introduced to was Kingdom Hearts. Because I think the second game came out in 2006 or 2005, and my older sister is 4.5 years older than me, so she had more access to things and more allowance. And so I remember my cousin and her. My cousin came over, said, "Oh, I got the game," and I think that's when I gained consciousness at like 9 years old or something. And it's like, what game? Oh, it's Disney related? Oh my God, I know Disney. And so, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 was probably the first thing that I saw or remembered. And then from then on, it was other PlayStation 2 games that I could, borrow from my sister.
Gotcha. So with that, you started off on the PS2. Were there any other particular genres that grabbed your interest at that time? Or was it just, okay, I have a PS2. There are these games that look interesting, and I want to, get my hands on it. So, what could you, let us know that, hey, on the PS2, I started off with Kingdom Hearts 2. Were there any genre specifics that you were going after that, grabbed your interest during the time?
I think anything. I don't know if fantasy as a genre or the other game that I could think of is Tak. And the Power of Juju.
Yes.
Wow.
That game.
I remember that game.
Yeah, no, it had very pretty colors, which that captured my interest,
Tak and the Power of Juju, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Tak and the Power of Juju, those were interesting character designs, very interesting character designs. I strongly remember the guy with the mouth on his stomach. I don't know why, that's the only one that speared into my mind. But I think it mostly was story-based games when I was younger that I could follow, or at least had time, because now I don't have time for story-based games, which makes me a little sad, but...
It's understandable. It's a part of life.
You got to make time for story-based games.
That's true. That's very true.
You got to make time, but it's just that dedication of sitting there for hours at a time, playing the game, and then just progressing through the story because you want to know, hey, where this is going to go. And, once you get to the end, how do I feel towards the end of the game now that I've finished it, regardless of the amount of hours that I've put into?
Yeah.
Story-based games are arguably better than any other game. So,
Are you saying this because of Genshin Impact this early in the morning?
No,
I'm playing.
why would I be saying it about Genshin Impact?
I just wanted to mess with you at
There's
least once.
so many good story games out there.
Oh, there's way too many.
I would argue and say that they're way better than any live service or any multiplayer game. That's just me though.
Okay. So Grace, moving from the PS2, were there any other gaming consoles that you progressed to, or was it just like was it just PS2, then you probably had like a break and then you got back into gaming? Like, tell us more of your story.
Well, there was definitely the Nintendo DS and the PSP, which I really wish that I still had the PSP, but like, it died.
Pain.
But it was mostly, wow, now that I think about it, a lot of Disney games that I played on that PSP. I think my life was mostly, my gaming life was mostly started by Disney. Not a bad thing, but for the DS, I would say it was mostly Pokemon as well.
I can't tell.
Well, okay. I can't go in specifics into Pokemon like some people can, but it's like, oh my god, animals that can help and we fight. Wow. But I mostly played like the Ranger games.
Oh, those are sick.
Yeah, or the Pokemon Dungeon where you can get turned into a Pokemon.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I think the name was.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. So those were the go-to.
That's actually cool.
So, all right, another question. Which gen of Pokemon were by far your favorite?
1 or 2.
Gen 1 and 2?
I know. It's very similar.
Kanto and Johto. Okay, that's respectable.
1 or 2. Those are the ones that I remember the most, and also, influenced by my sister. Her pick was always Charmander, and so I'm like, I like that too. Yeah.
I was ready to ask what your favorite starter would be.
Probably Charmander.
Good choice.
If I had to pick now, though, that's a great question. I think I'd still stick with the fire type. Maybe grass, but
Respectable.
Okay. All right, so since Pokemon, you're a big fan, of course. I also need to know, out of the Pokemon, which would be your lineup? Like, this is my guaranteed lineup. Which 6 Pokemon would be your guaranteed lineup? I want to hear this.
oh, I don't have an answer for that.
We've never asked it. We've never asked anybody this question.
Listen, I just said I don't really know much Pokemon. It's like whoever I see as I go on, it's like, so this, it's like I have a little manual where it was like, okay, so this defeats this, or like, how fires.
Oh, the elements.
Yeah, the elements are weaker. And I'm like, that makes sense. So which one has most HP? Because it could last longer. I can't really think of a lineup right now because I never thought about it. But yeah, putting me on the spot here. What about your guys?
All right, at least give us 3.
3?
Yes,
Yeah.
3.
3 might be easy.
Oh. No, it's not.
I mean, you have Gengar Pikachu on you. I thought you would save that on the spot.
I mean, you got.
But now I feel like it's like, oh my god, the fire type is the starter, but it's like maybe fire is not the way I would go. No, I would think Gengar. I'm trying to think now to Pokemon Go. Who would I? Because I used to play Pokemon Go a lot. Who would I choose? Would it be a Gengar? Who else did I have on my team? Oh, I'm blanking right now. This is not good.
Don't you worry.
I can't think of anything.
Ah,
I know.
Nah, it's all good. All right, so continuing on with your, gaming origin story. So, PSP, DS, any other thing after that?
PC.
PC.
Go straight into PC.
And you've been on PC since from back then to current, you would say?
Let's see. I got my first PC that I was able to game on without exploding in 2014. Without exploding. And the first game I played on it was League, which was a mistake.
Yeah,
Why?
that's actually
It was a mistake.
You got to tell us. Why League was a mistake.
Well, first of all, I don't read. And that game is a really heavy reading game.
Right.
You fucked that.
Huh?
Fuck that.
A little bit.
Slightly.
So the first time I played League of Legends, it was a completely different game than it is now. It's much more user friendly now. But before, it was so hard, and of course they put me as support, which should be the easier one, where it's like, oh yeah, start as support, because that's like the one that you start with when you don't know anything. No, because you have your ADC, which is like in bot lane, yelling at you, which was my friend. Wasn't a friend during League. And it's just all these interesting moves and powers, and you have to buy things to make something stronger, and it's like if you buy the wrong thing, you have no idea what it could hurt you, which since I didn't read, I didn't know that. And since no one taught me, I quit League and then went back onto it 4 years ago or 5 years ago, where someone actually took the time to teach me. So it's better to have someone teach you how to do things.
That's true.
Especially with League of Legends, especially if you're not competent to read on your own.
I just think it's better to not play League.
Yeah.
League can be fun if it's with people
It can
That-
be is the key word.
won't get mad at you.
I mean, I just need to know, like, is League really that bad? Like,
Yes.
to
Yes.
the point where
Yes,
people
it is.
literally get mad at
Yeah,
you?
Yes.
it's horrible. It sucks. It's
Have you played?
I'm not gonna say the
I have.
word, but
Have you played?
it's stupid. Yes, I played it. I played it.
With?
What?
This was a long time ago.
I was gonna say, did you use your laptop for once?
No. I use my laptop.
I'm teasing.
I just don't use it for gaming.
Just love messing
I should,
with you,
though,
bro.
I should. No, dude, League is just God, it's so stupid. They
Well-
make such great fucking character designs.
They do.
They make great character designs and great like cinematics. They have all that budget to make either a really good movie or a really good series. Yet
I mean, they have
they
Arcane.
still
Funny
Oh,
that
yeah,
you,
well, they
funny
did
that
make-
you say that.
they did make Arcane, but like whatever.
AJ, it's funny that you say that because Project L is coming out soon.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a League of Legends fighting game. Did
But
you-
I heard that like nothing's been updated. Like we don't know much.
They're showing like some gameplay of it briefly. They haven't had any announcements. It's not rumored to be with Evo yet, but I'm still laughing at the concept of 2v2 to 1v1, 1v2.
Well,
You can either get Jujutsu Kaisen, where you just get jumped by two people, or you're the one jumping them.
well, hopefully that fighting game is good because I will play it.
We need to get you to stop ducking. That's the goal this year.
But as I was saying, they they can make more series, right?
Oh, heck yeah, they can.
They can make a whole movie,
Oh, yeah.
and they have all the budget to advertise it. They have all their fans to advertise it, yet they still make a shit game,
It's-
and it makes no
Yeah, no.
fucking sense to me.
They have the phone game.
Fuck, that's even worse.
There's a I was gonna say there's a MOBA.
Mobile games are so bad.
Yes, they
I
are.
don't know, bro. Maybe I just come from a time where consoles were just the heavy hitters.
Yeah.
PS2 era,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Xbox. So it's like, why would I play League?
Yes.
It's so stupid. I hate that game. But the characters are so cool looking.
They are. No, the character designs are really amazing.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
You know.
I do like that I still like this. I think I said this a few episodes already, but the voice actor of Set for Japanese is the voice of Dio.
Oh yeah.
That's still the coolest thing.
Dude, yeah, like they pull shit like that, and then they also make Heartsteel and
Yeah.
KDA, super cool, like really good songs.
But
But the game is still fucking shit. So it's like
I know.
you're advertising, like, because obviously all that works as advertisement for League, and
Oh.
and it works. It reels people in.
as long as it reels the Koreans in, you know that league is still intact.
Oh no, yeah.
If it
like
does-
as long as like all those people are playing it, the game's fine. Like America could stop playing it.
Yeah.
League is still gonna thrive.
Same thing with Overwatch, Tekken, etc.
Unfortunately.
Vendors, Mexico, King of Fighters. Like, there's a whole list. As long as a country of like loves it, it's gonna stay.
Yeah, it's gonna but like, God, bro,
I know it's trash.
just make a better game.
It's American trash. at this point.
I will say, I don't think people who don't play League and people who play League, I don't think I've heard one person say that it's a good game.
That's actually true.
It is factually true.
I've yet to hear that League of Legends is a good game. I've not heard anyone say that.
Oh my god!
But I've heard numerous complaints, and
Yeah.
I'm just still wondering, like,
Why do people fucking still play it?
Wait,
exactly.
I remember
like,
something really dumb. You remember the first time we went to Otaku Fest for the podcast? I think Coco was the one that talked about how bad of a game it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
I
she
remember.
plays it
All the time.
all the time. I have so many friends who are like, "Oh my god, this game is so, this game is so bad. I hate this game. Whatever."
That's not
It's
that
like,
toxic.
But you're
and just
on
comes
it.
in.
But you know what? I get
On
it.
it.
I get it because you know what game I play that is bad, and I still fucking play it.
Genshin Impact and
No,
Destiny.
no, not Genshin, bro. Destiny. Well, yeah, Destiny. That game is. It's not that bad. It's nowhere near as bad.
Yes,
as,
I was
as
telling
League.
Grace earlier. I'm like, yeah, you just have to grind. You have to clock in, take a 10-minute break, go back in, then just hate yourself afterwards for
It's-
another 4
yeah.
hours, then clock out at the end of your shift, and you're like, oh, let me come back and take care of this grind.
It's Destiny's nowhere near as bad as League, but it's the same concept. It's been going on for a while. It's shit, but people still play it.
yeah.
Pick your
But
poison.
it's like when you win, it's so good.
But when you lose,
Oh,
Which is like 90% of the time
When
because
you-
I never hear anyone fucking winning a game.
I've won games.
That's rare. That's fucking rare.
as long as you clip it, you're fine. You can treasure those moments, and then retire.
Yeah. I seem to only lose when I'm streaming, but I win when I'm not streaming.
Yeah, you see.
Streamer's curse.
Yep.
As they call it. Streamer's curse.
Happens to me.
Yo, speaking of streaming, it's just Valorant, the other wonderful Riot game.
Oh no.
It's almost like people know when I'm streaming because I never get the incels. I never get the people who are annoying when I'm streaming. Everyone's chill, which is great, right?
Yeah.
But when I'm not streaming or recording, we get the typical, oh my God, there's a female. Oh my God. Like the people who pierce their microphones and shouldn't be.
Oh, that's streamer's blessing.
Yes. Or the people that are just out of pocket. And I'm like, I should be streaming by now. So much things I could be clipping, but it's just.
Wait, so you have streamer's curse in League, but you have streamer's blessing when it comes to Valorant.
Yes.
Damn,
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, everyone's so nice when I'm streaming.
What
And then I
on
want to
earth?
cry when I'm not.
I've never met anyone that had this kind of
That's
luck.
weird. But the fact that you play Valorant, I'm sorry.
Valorant's great. It has so many pretty colors.
Is it really great?
Exactly.
That's what I
like,
know.
Well, it's better. It's better than League. It's shorter.
You like gave me the look of like, there's no war in Boston say.
It just
Of course
reminds
not.
it reminds me of like a glorified Overwatch.
I've never played Overwatch, and each clip that I've seen of
you're
Overwatch
not missing
seemed
out.
terrifying.
Get out.
You're playing Valorant, but you've never played Overwatch.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
What the fuck?
That's actually
rare.
That's
you don't hear
That
that
is
every day.
rare.
I've never played Overwatch.
play Overwatch.
No.
it's so much.
It seems
better than-
terrifying.
it's so much better
It's
than
not
Valorant.
that terrifying if you mute everybody.
This is why League doesn't have voice chat. They tried. They don't. There's a reason why League doesn't have voice chat.
That's why they made Discord, just to have this real life.
Yeah. Valorant has voice chat, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Those clips
actually,
are
yeah.
so
I've heard
funny.
it. People are so. Oh my god.
And then the names that people come up with.
Oh, the duos.
Yes.
The duo names.
The
are,
duos, the trio, what's the quadros?
Oh my God. It's incredible.
It is chaotic. That scares me to an extent. But Overwatch is the same way.
But like every single clip that I've seen of Overwatch just seems even more chaotic.
It is.
And terrifying. And I don't think I could.
The game is dying. Don't worry. You can ignore it after a year.
What happened to didn't they were talking about Overwatch 2 or something?
It came out
It
already.
came out.
It's the same fucking
They
game.
ruined
Yeah.
they broke their promise of having a PvE kind of simulation.
Yeah, they dropped the ball with that.
And people still supported it and still play it.
And healers are practically useless in like a couple months because everyone now has self-healing.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Stupid
interesting.
as hell.
It's
like,
really dumb.
and they nerfed. Oh my god, dude! They nerfed the shit out of Sombra.
Again.
Like, because the last time I played was obviously the first Overwatch, but it was a while ago. So I would spam like a bunch of shit with Sombra, and now she's just like, it's just like she's always invis. Like you don't gotta turn it off. Like, or you turn it off when
Once you
fire.
start shooting.
But like, she's just always invis. I'm like, why? What the fuck was the point of that?
There is no point.
Stupid.
Yeah, this is also the toxicity of Overwatch.
But there's just toxicity everywhere.
Yes, there is.
I do enjoy though not playing a game for a while and then coming back to it and be like, oh my god, they do this now. It's very interesting.
You come back like you're retired, and then you're like unretired, and then you just go back to being retired. Like, it's it's a loop, is what it's called.
That's what happened with me and Sombra. It's been so long, and then I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not even playing Sombra. I'm playing someone else. This is not my girl. Fucking annoying.
No.
It's the worst.
Who is it that I always forget? Who is it that makes Overwatch?
Trey, no,
Blizzard.
Blizzard. Fuck you, Blizzard.
I mean, they made Call of
Well.
Duty as well.
Who?
Blizzard. They're a part of Call of Duty, the franchise.
Well,
itself.
yeah. Still, fuck Blizzard.
And Diablo,
Fuck all
World
of
of
you.
Warcraft.
Yeah, they need to just stop. I'm not gonna say anything too vulgar, but they just need to stop.
Don't worry, it's not our first time.
All right, Grace. Another question I want to ask for you is, so now that you play on PC, you talked about League, you talked about Valorant. What are your favorite go-to genres when you do game on PC, whether you're streaming or when you're not streaming?
Multiplayer. I love shooters. Probably one of my favorite games is actually Siege, Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh my god,
thing-
speaking of toxicity.
You know,
Yes,
if I-
okay. I enjoy Siege more. Listen,
The
because
justifications, I love it.
I just find it funny that it has been red flag after red flag after red flag with you. Like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
League, Valorant, now Siege, and all those games. It's so funny.
But they're not. But when you play with friends, it's so
Okay, well,
fun.
yeah.
You know
when
what,
you
Grace?
put- yeah.
If you're colorblind, there's no such thing as a red flag.
Exactly. It's just put on
Yeah.
rose-colored glasses. But no, the thing is that annoyed me with Siege is that their safety measures messed up. So many more hackers. But I haven't been on it in like over 2 years. No, over a year. So I don't know if they fixed that. But also when I tried to stream it, my OBS keeps crashing. So I haven't played Siege in a while, which makes me
Ouch.
sad.
Okay.
So my go-to are usually Valorant, maybe League, or Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight isn't a red flag.
Okay, that's not a red flag.
Okay.
No, it's a mixed flag right now because there's actually modifiers and everything. It looks good. It looks like they refreshed the game. They always have something new and updated content. I do give it respect. That's a yellow flag in my eyes.
Yellow flag.
I'm kidding.
Dead by Daylight's great. But no, I remember starting Dead by Daylight. It was still in its early years. I don't think I was there year one, but it was still early. Like the user interface was still very simple. Versus now, you can basically see everything. Be like, oh, they're healing. Oh, they're hurt. Whatever.
Oh yeah.
If you know the gameplay. So many more killers. I never play killer because I don't want to be made fun of. Because it's a 1v4.
I'm the polar opposite.
You want to be killer?
Yes.
Props to you.
Yes.
Commence to you. I'd rather run around. And then
Like
be
Myers.
Well, I'd rather run around and then be carried in the strong arms of a killer. But I'm going to keep that opinion away because I know.
See, I respect everyone's opinion. Don't you worry. I understand this because I used to be the one that wanted to be carried, and I'm like, I'm carrying everyone to the hook. That's it.
And this is where the yellow flag turns to a red when I
Hey.
talk about the killer.
Go on.
No. But besides FPS and, Dead by Daylight goes more into, I guess, horror games. Because people like seeing reactions.
Yes.
Yes.
And so I've played a lot of horror games. Not by choice.
Not by choice.
Not by choice. But no. It's not like, okay, I do enjoy the horror game genre. But sometimes,
Dude, no, same.
no, the last game that I played was Chaperone. Yes.
Chaperone.
Chaperone. It's I want to say Middle Eastern or somewhere over there made. And so the translations are not the best. And the direction wasn't there after the first initial thing. So I was mostly walking around the house not knowing what to do. But the atmosphere that they created, the noises, I love when a horror game just adds so much ambiance to a game where it's like, ooh, I don't want to play this with the lights off, in your room. But no, that was really good. And then there's other games like Lost in Vivo, which I get claustrophobic, and that game is like claustrophobic based.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's based off of Germany.
Germany?
Yes.
Oh,
And it was released 2 months ago.
okay.
That's sick.
But no, it was really good. So I feel like I have a little mixed bag of interests, especially since I feel like I am more casual. But yeah,
Have you played Lethal Company yet?
I did.
I was gonna ask about that one.
How
yeah.
would you rate it?
That's okay. There's another thing that I want to say, but first, Lethal Company, I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed the mods.
Same.
The mods are amazing.
Thank you, another person who actually knows this. That made my day.
So Lethal Company is great. It's a game where you're supposed to be against the environment, but then you have people who like to kill friends.
Yep.
And I loved it. But now barely people talk about it. It's like fast track. I guess this goes into things that I don't like about the like pet peeves, I guess.
Oh no, we haven't gotten to that.
Yeah, so let's save that for a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
Understood.
but no, I really liked Lethal Company. I thought it was really, really fun. It's just if the mods don't work, then you can't really play with the mods.
Oh yeah.
Because if
then-
the game updates and the mods don't update with it, you can't play
and
with
then you
the
have to
mod.
wait for the updates or uninstall the mods or pause them, and then you just got to put it back in.
Exactly. And then playing vanilla
It's worse.
Lethal Company is weird.
Yes.
Have you played Phasmophobia?
No.
Ooh, I was ready to ask that question.
I heard. that
I
one's good.
tried doing the tutorial and I read, and still could not figure it out. And I was by myself and I was scared. So
I don't blame you, especially doing a Ouija board or grabbing a monkey's hand. It's terrifying.
I
What
couldn't
about-
even get past the tutorial.
Outlast.
Oh my god,
I started
I'm not brave
playing
enough.
that game.
dude, that game.
No, it was back when I was in college. They were doing like a little after school thing, and I started playing it with them, but I haven't continued it.
Understandable.
interesting.
You gotta be brave to
There's,
play Outlast.
I love how there's 4 Outlast, and then there's a multiplayer version of Outlast called Trials.
Oh,
I heard.
I'm still not brave enough to play it. I know
No.
these two aren't.
I think I can handle those type of games better if they're multiplayer, because then if someone else is more scared than I am,
It makes you look good.
exactly.
As long as you can look slightly better than the other person, even though you're both freaking out, that's a positive bonus.
Oh, you're freaking out more than me? Cool, I can be the savior.
That's
I
the
mean,
way
someone's
see it
got to be the
too.
calm one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll be the calm one, even though I'm about to crap myself.
Yeah, I can't do horror games. I can't do the horror genre. I'm too much of a chicken shit. And what's funny enough is that I have the PlayStation VR and I have Resident Evil, I think 7.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Wait, is 7 the one where it's the family?
Yes.
And the gross. Okay.
yeah,
So I actually tried playing Resident Evil 7 in the VR.
right.
I don't know why. I guess I was born in the generation where like past motion sickness or whatever. So I do get motion sick with the VR stuff.
Yeah.
Because my brain's not used to it. And you have to aim with your head. I don't like that.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Oh my god, I can imagine just shifting your body and just missing completely.
Yeah.
And you just get mauled and you see it with your own 2 eyes.
No.
And even if you blink, you could still hear it.
Have you tried it?
yes.
And how was your experience?
Never again.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh no.
Never again.
Oh, no.
Because yeah, as you said, yeah, you are gonna get motion sickness from it if you're not used to it. And then of course, don't play VR on an empty stomach because that'll even fuck you up even more. So make sure you get something to eat. Make sure you're like very well adjusted when you play VR, especially the PlayStation VR. And when I was playing Resident Evil 7 in VR, I also had headphones, like noise canceling headphones. So I heard everything. And I freaked the fuck out. I got a couple of jump scares, and then I was like, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm not playing this no more. I'm good. I'm good. I'll take that L. I'll live with that."
Oh. Oh no.
Sometimes you just gotta cut your losses.
No, I'm also a chicken shit with any of those games. I can do horror movies, maybe horror shows, but they suck. They all suck.
That's why you can watch them
That-
because they suck.
But horror games,
Yeah,
That's different.
Because
You're
you're
in the
interacting.
shit.
Yeah, because you're interacting in the game.
And
Yeah.
you have to do the stuff. Like for me, I think the one game that I have yet to continue is Dead Space.
What? That's the best one.
Okay, but listen, I don't know why. It's like my fear levels change because I've done all these other games, but then in Dead Space,
It's the unknown.
there's the part where there's this dude just banging his head on one of the walls. It's this like big giant monster dude, and I'm like, nope, save game, done.
Like this never happened.
I can confidently say I got through all the Dead Space games, and maybe I have a little bit of trauma, but I'm fine.
I will say, people are like, oh, but if you've tried Dead Space, do the Alien Isolation. The thing is, I saw Aliens at a ripe young age of 7.
Ah, the original
So
one.
Aliens is like,
Yeah.
I got more annoyed than scared.
Oh yeah, because you already know what's happening with
Exactly.
xenomorphs and such.
With
The
Dead
xenomorphs are
Yeah, with Dead Space, like it just. Anytime I saw an air vent, I'm like, let me shoot it first. It could be completely empty. I shot all the air vents. I was not gonna. No, I wasn't taking no chances. And
I can
but-
imagine this.
And sometimes they still come out of the same fucking air vent after I shot it. So it's like, okay,
because you didn't move that millimeter to trigger it.
probably not. But Dead Space, dude, so good, so
Yes.
scary, so.
I've
fucking
never played
scary.
it.
It's worth it. Play with Dead Space 1 and 2, skip 3.
I know I've been ducking this game.
Skip-
What about Bioshock?
Skip 3. We'll get back to Bioshock. Skip 3, but 3 was also. I liked how they changed the gameplay, and I mean, I didn't really care about the customization with the weapons or whatever. That wasn't the whole point of Dead Space to begin with, so I don't know why they did that. But Dead Space 3, it was cool, but 1 and 2, fuck, dude. I want them to remake, because you know how they remade the first one. I want
Yeah.
them to remake 2. 2 is my favorite one.
Yeah.
So fucking good. And I would say that was the scariest one.
Okay.
That shit scared the fuck out of me. But there was one xenomorph from Dead Space 1. I don't think they had him in Dead Space 2. I'm kind of glad they didn't, because that shit was scary. This dude would not die. You could shoot him and he would regenerate over
We love that.
and over. And you just had to come up with ways to just slow him down up until like you trap him in like this like right behind the engines of a ship, and then like you just burn him to like nothing.
Oh,
That-
into Dead Space.
basically. But like besides that, you couldn't kill him. You couldn't do anything, and that was probably the scariest. Like that's what took me a while to finish Dead Space 1. It was that like I just couldn't get past it, and I didn't want to deal with the anxiety of like, because you turn around so slow in that game, and you're running so slow, and the dude is still on your ass. So it's like, dude, no, that shit. Oh my god, my anxiety was crazy during that time.
I can imagine.
Speaking of slow running, I hate when games either have stamina or it's like, oh no, I've been walking for so long. Why can't you sprint? And it's just, it annoys me.
The whole stamina shit is. When games want to be realistic, for that I don't know, live life, go outside. If I want to experience something fucking
Wow.
real,
So poetic.
I'll go fucking outside and do something.
Touch grass.
Why would I want to play a game that makes me feel like I'm still human trash?
I can answer that, and that's because if they were to give you a horror game where you did not have a stamina and you could run infinitely, then there would be no point. There would be no risk factor to take. Like there wouldn't be, you wouldn't be scared and you would not lose, because now you can just run infinitely and you can run as fast as you can and just outrun everything. There would be no challenge. And then you would get bored, and you would not. It wouldn't give you a scare. Versus certain games that do have a stamina or they run slow, is because they want to build that momentum of, yeah, you're about to get fucked if you slow down or if you run into an obstacle, and you stop, you look, you get fucked. I think games like I'm trying to remember. Dying Light.
Ooh.
Dying Light, especially when you played at nighttime. Yeah, and you were like running, like your adrenaline is going through the roof because you're running, you're doing all this parkour shit. You're looking behind, monsters are tailing your ass, and you're just trying to get to a safe point. Yeah, you get that rush, and you know if you stop, you're fucked. You're dead. So
yeah, because you have to parkour, fight your way, run your way through life.
Yeah, because that's the challenge aspect of it, because you're trying to get away, you're trying to survive. So if there's no survival element, then it just kills the fun for you.
Or just make the monsters run faster.
I mean, they were fast enough. Or just play the. Or
That
well,
was
okay.
a stupid response, but
That
make them
sounds
run
like you gave
faster.
somebody an idea.
Listen. Or you can appreciate the games that are like story mode, easy, so you can get through the story, and then medium. But when the medium is hard,
That
like,
shit
like
pissed
Alan
me
Wake.
off, bro.
I started playing Alan Wake, the remastered version, and I'm like, oh, let me just play normal because I've played games like this before. There's a point where there's scared and then annoyed.
Yeah.
Where I can't kill this person.
Yeah.
Have you guys, of Alan Wake?
I've never played it, but
Never
I've
played
I've heard, but I never played it.
Well, my friend tricked me into getting it because they were adding it to Dead by Daylight, which is pretty cool. So he's a writer, and it's like these fog mist creatures are coming after him, like ghosts. And he's trying to find his wife, and to combat them is by light, or like ultraviolet light. So you have a flashlight that can shine brighter, and then you can shoot them. But the thing is, you have to time them correctly, and sometimes you run out of stamina, and you just run really, really slowly. And I'm like, how, if this is medium, if this is normal, how can someone do this in super hard?
Yeah, no.
Because some of the enemies are
I don't-
like,
they have to have reflexes like a motherfucker.
I don't have the
For
patience for that. God of War was like that, with just like not normal, but just like slightly harder. Not the hardest difficulty, but slightly harder. And I tried it, and I'm like, dude, how the fuck can I not be annoyed by this? Like,
Yeah.
this pisses me the fuck off. I can't get past like that. I'm still, just because I haven't really like played it too much, but I'm still like in one of the parts for the Valhalla DLC where I'm trying to fight Tyr, and mind you, it's like, it's not the easiest difficulty. I forgot which one I picked, but I can't get past it because Tyr keeps fucking hoeing me, and I'm like, this is not the hardest, bro.
Parry.
This is pissing me
Just
the fuck
parry.
off. And then I parry, and then he throws some shit in the sky, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta dodge this.
Parry in the air.
Thankfully,
No, I'm kidding.
thankfully, there's no stamina. I swear to God, there was stamina in that game. But you're a god, so it doesn't matter.
That's true.
But still, it's.
me with
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
All right. Moving on to our next topic. Grace, I want to know, what are your current thoughts on the state of gaming as of today? You've given us your origin story of, how you started as gaming, and, you're still currently gaming now. So what are your current thoughts on the state of gaming as a whole?
So I think I sort of enjoy how it is now. Now, this can be a double-edged sword now, since online gaming is even more common and easier to come by. Because before you just had like the Call of Duty lobbies, or other things like that. But now, since online gaming is like with everything, even multiplayer, you can now play with your friends on a game that you couldn't before. You would have to be in the same room as them. So I think that's very enjoyable, and I think it's more inclusive, so I enjoy that aspect. Then there's the other side, where since that's even more accessible, people can lose touch with reality. Or, since now this goes on with like social media and stuff, people will say even worse things. And since they're behind a camera or behind a monitor that they can't be tracked, they are becoming more toxic, and that's why we have such toxic games,
Yeah.
So that's only the sad part, I think, about it. Like with League. Why is League such a horrible game? Because I think people are just too toxic. And that also now goes to like FPS games and things like that. Now things are more inclusive for females and things like that, and more females are in the gaming community and more prevalent. But people still have this idea of joking around or like, oh my God, you know, females can't play video games, which is not true. So I feel like we are going on a better path for a more fun, inclusive community. But then since people are still behind a monitor, they still think that they can say whatever they want.
Motherless behavior.
Yeah. Even fatherless behavior. Let's get that right.
Just parentless behavior in general.
They can even have both parents and still be crap, you know?
Yeah, that.
Mostly it's just environment, knowing social cues, and etc. I said this last episode a while back. Not many people can read a room or read a person or read even general context.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
You have some gamers where they carry their persona that they have online to carry in real life, and you just look at them with the most cringe, like
please, there's fresh air outside.
It's like, yo, are you being serious right now?
I haven't really seen a lot of like Smash tournaments or like in-person tournaments at cons or even here. Mm-hmm. But people also need to put on deodorant. I'm sad that that's been a it's running joke, but it's true.
Oh, it's not a running joke. It's a running truth.
No. But, I mean, it's great that people can now come together on, like, every single type of game, like older games to now newer games. But it's like, you got to know how to be in public.
It's like you can get together to people, but if all you're censored together, that's just the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes back to just having social cues. Like,
yes.
Like, you know, if you're going to be in a social environment, like, you know, learn to, you know, take care of yourself because, you know, you're going to be around people and not everybody knows you. So you just have to be in a way to where you could just walk on by, just breeze on by without causing a scene, without causing people to react to you or whatnot, or harass you or any kind of way. So don't do anything that's going to draw attention. And that, of course, means, you know, how you're dressing, and of course hygiene as well. Like if you don't want people to say that, you know, you stink, or, you know, you need to put on deodorant, or you need to shower, then make sure you're up to date with your hygiene.
Yeah. Because like online, perfect. Discord, perfect. You get to know this person online and it's amazing. But then things can be different when you meet them in person, which it can be amazing. And you can develop this relationship through gaming, and it's great and it's fun. And then when you finally meet them, they don't meet your expectations, and it's awkward.
It gets really awkward.
Yeah.
I've had that. No, I've had that happen, you know, on several occasions, especially when I go to cons, and you're just like, yeah, okay, you know, just making small talk, and in my mind, I'm just like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
I high-key forget who people are once every while because I don't show up to cons anymore. It's like, oh, I remember you. I'm like, who are you again? I'm so sorry. Please refresh my memory.
Yeah, I get that a lot too.
I just walk away. If I don't want to like be around people or just anyone who smells like shit, I'm like, all right, bro, bye.
Yeah, take my deodorants.
I won't even need to say anything. I'm like, I'll give them an out, like, yeah, I agree.
But it's not even like the smelling aspect, but it's also
being awkward or just fucking weird.
Well, no, people can't listen. People can be awkward,
yes,
because, you know, social and things like that. Like, listen, I've learned social cues.
Yeah.
Me in middle school, me in high school, don't want to see them.
Ooh, I know that feeling so well.
So people can learn, but it's you know, how they go about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very important as well, because, you know, not everyone knows how to carry themselves in person because they've never been in a social environment where there's like a lot of people that have like the same hobbies and same interests as you. So they do not know how to talk to people in a certain way because they think that, you know, oh, I talk like this when I'm online, I can talk like this in you know, in real life. And I'm just like, yes and no, because of, you know, there's, you know, etiquette. You know, if you don't have like that social etiquette, then people are more likely not to want to engage with you. And if they do, it's going to be very brief, very short, and then they're just going to walk away. I am an example of that because it's a habit. Like if you don't have like proper social etiquette, eventually I'm going to be like, okay, you know what? This conversation is pointless. It's not going anywhere. I'm leaving. Bye. Or in my mind, I'm just like, hey, you know what? I don't want to take your time. Like this is my getaway quote. Hey, listen, I don't want to take up much of your time. It was great seeing you. It was great talking to you, but I got to handle some things real quick. So if I see you around, hey, you know, we'll talk and chop it up again. If not, then see you next time. See you at the next con. Works 100% of the time, and I just gave y'all some tips.
So now I know I messed up if you say that's me. Okay. It's like, oh, this sounds familiar. Oh, no.
It's like, where's this from? Look back at the episode. I knew. Mine is just not showing up to conventions.
I mean, yeah, most people's like social gathering now are conventions because they don't really see people outside of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes if you don't go to these events,
you're not going to see your friends again, and you're like, oh no, I'm lonely again.
Bro, I don't know.
That's a personal problem for most
It
people.
is. It
Yeah.
sounds like a personal problem for a lot of
yes.
people. It's like, dude, we have most of us have cars. Like
Most of us have
And
cars,
phones,
jobs,
and-
lives,
Yeah.
etc.
but, you can make some time.
And other
We don't-
hobbies.
We don't have to wait, 30 months down the line for the next convention.
The next swap shop.
Yeah,
Is this Tanjiro Kamado?
like even if you want to go ahead and guys, let's meet up and do like a little casual cosplay meetup. Fuck it, bro. If it entices you to get out of your house and like get some sun, do it.
imagine.
Just do it. Like I don't know. I think I think yesterday rubbed off on me well enough that right now, like my mind is like not thinking the way that I used to think, like when I was surrounded by more like con goers.
You became based again.
After hanging out with all those veterans, I'm just like, I don't know, dude. I just
The based in you came out.
yeah, like it's all out now. I don't know. I'm just.
The way you can't word it out probably.
I
'cause
can't word it out.
Sounds
because
more
it's
awkward.
No, I can't word it out because it's just gonna sound mean as fuck, and I just.
No, there's
You get it. You know what I was. You know.
I know exactly
No.
what you're going with.
there's a point where you have to make a point if you want to see these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously. So, obviously, cons can be used as a way. I like how I changed from gaming to cons, but cons can be used as a way to see people that you don't usually see. But of course, you do have to make a point to like reach out if you do want to hang out with people.
Yeah.
Man, I live like 45 minutes away from here, so it's sad I can't see most of my Southern Floridians unless I compete or just like, hey, you want to just have a casual session?
I mean, I'm an hour down south, so
Bless your heart.
Yeah.
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 Sorry.
No,
Oh, you're fine. That always happens.
But yeah, I mean, back to the topic, man, which was, the current thoughts of the state of gaming. We said this last episode with Heavy Jump, like people just need to learn to have, better social cues, understanding that. And when it comes to gamers, like, yeah, we are a very socially awkward bunch. And there are just some gamers that they just do not go outside. They don't interact with people. All the interaction is online. So yeah, they don't have that etiquette of how to properly talk to people outside of gaming. On top of that, so that's very important. And if more gamers were to develop that skill, then they would have very less awkward moments, and they would have actually have more meaningful relationships with people. Whether they're playing games or if they're not playing games. So that's just my thoughts on that subject. So
Yeah. It's a gift and a curse.
yes.
No, I was just reading a comment from One Less Than 3 FGC. It's like making us antisocial gamers get social to interact. Hell yeah.
Amen.
We're all introverts here at some point in time or some inconveniences, and then we just decide to say we break the shell and become more.
We gotta level up somehow.
Yeah.
That sounds so cringe, but
You know,
we gotta level up somehow.
out of all the people, I was not expecting you.
I had to say something like that for them to
Get it.
get it.
Listen,
You're right.
Sometimes we have to roll and get +5 charisma or something.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, we're on a different type of gaming.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
One of those.
Teasing. Yeah. But that's definitely true.
Well,
Shit, I was antisocial for a while before I met Silver. Then I met this guy.
Here you
Yep.
are.
And here we are. Next topic, and that is, what moments can you describe as you had to be there moments throughout your years of gaming? What moments that you could tell us here on this table, and of course those that are watching and listening, what are your moments that just like it was a great moment for you to have while you were gaming? Share with us.
I have to think about this one a little bit.
Okay.
And I did think about it. But I am a casual gamer. So it's not like, oh my God, I got like 20 kills versus whatever, 1v4s. You know, it's more like for me proving a point, especially towards the boys that think females can't game.
Yeah.
And there was a point playing Siege and Valorant, 2 points, where Siege you can do friendly fire. This was before they did the no friendly fire when you're setting up and things like that. And this dude was just harassing. This is when I wasn't streaming. It was just playing the game, and I was playing by myself. Mistake on my part, but not really. And he kept berating me, and his buddy was also with them, berating me, and there was a point where they both died, right? Yes, I can easily just mute them, but why? I'm fueled by spite. I play better if I'm playing with spite. And so they died. It was a 1v4, I believe, and they're like, "Oh, you're never gonna get it. Oh no, might as well just end." And guess what? I killed all of them, and they just shut up. You know, it's like one of those that it's like, yes, they shut up for once. And I got them the next game because that's how matching works sometimes if you quick queue. And they were quiet the whole time. And I'm like,
damn.
So fun. So wonderful. Just one of those times. And then I never got to that point ever again. And there was another time playing Valorant. It was with my friends, which had no faith in me.
There? It be your own homies.
Listen, okay, so I had a Judge, which is a big shotgun, which was my favorite game. My favorite gun, sorry.
Okay.
And I was playing Raze, one of my favorite characters from Valorant. I've also cosplayed her. And there's this power that one of the other characters has that freezes someone, right? And it's counting down. There's 2 people left. I had a Judge, and they're like, "Why did you buy a Judge? It's only short distance. You're not going to make it, blah, blah, blah." And it was like 10 seconds left. And I was able to shoot the object that was able to freeze, and then killed the other 2 people and won the round. So it's like, just have faith. You know, even your friends don't have faith sometimes, but it's great.
That's
you just
true.
run on spite. So it's just one of those moments that are like, yes. And then you do horrible the next game. So
Proving them wrong and,
exactly.
Shutting them up and humbling them.
It's always wonderful. And then there's those games that are like, they're berating you, and then you speak, and then you do crap, and it's like, oh, maybe I should be quiet.
No.
No.
Or just fire back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fire back, and hell, I would even for me, like, of course, I've dealt with people, using, racial slurs or whatnot. I don't let it bother me, because if it's a competitive game, then all that do, like, spite, that just makes me even more competitive, because now I'm going to double down. And then when I, win, I talk all the shit that I want, and I rub it in their face. It's so much to the point where if I can get you to block me, I win.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you came and insult me, you came talking shit, and I beat you, whether it's in a fighting game or it's in a shooter game, and then I'm that toxic enough that I will take a screenshot of the winnings, and I will send it to you, because you can do that on PlayStation.
Yes.
You can do that on PlayStation, and if I can and I will keep spamming it to the point where you block me.
Oh, hell yeah.
I am that level of toxic when it comes to gaming. It's like, all right, you're gonna be that guy. Now I have to shut you down. I have to completely embarrass and humiliate you.
Gotta lock in.
Yes, exactly.
You know, I understand being like, oh my God, why didn't you do this in a competitive game,
Yes.
right? If you're playing competitive, right? I understand. That's why I don't play competitive.
Yeah.
In Valorant, there is a quick play, which is only like up to 5 rounds. Now they're adding more because I am never going to play up to 24 rounds ever again.
Dear God.
So this was a swift play, and this dude was like talking to us like it was competitive. And, you know, I spoke.
Oh, no.
And he's like, oh my God, a girl. And I'm like, this is just a quick play. Why are you being so annoying? He's like, oh, but I can, blah, blah, blah. And in the chat, someone else said, is that a femboy? I know they were talking to me because when I talk, sometimes it's in a lower octave, you know, try to whatever. But then the dude gets annoyed. He's like, what? I'm not a femboy. What are you talking about? And I'm like, I mean, if you answered it, maybe you are. And that was a little toxic on my part. But I'm like, okay, listen. Doesn't matter if you are or not. But the fact that he was getting more riled up and
That's even funnier.
messing up more, it was like, it's a switch.
You should have kept calling him a fanboy.
Sometimes
the entire time.
it's not toxic. It's just a little bit of seasoning added.
Just a little bit. I'm like, I knew the dude was talking to me. Because I'm like, yeah, I know. Sometimes the voice can sound like that. But yeah.
Should have just kept calling him a femboy the entire time.
Oh my
You lost
God.
the match. Yeah, this is why you don't play with femboys.
No, there was a time, I don't know, it's just recalled in my mind because my name is Grace on
Right.
my Valorant thing. And I hadn't spoken the game. And then this girl was like, Grace, are you actually a girl or are you a guy trying to get money from men? And I'm like, huh?
You should have been like, yes. You should have been like, yes.
I'm like, wait, that works?
I would have been like, how much are we talking?
I'm like, who are these people and where can I get money? I'm like, what?
Shit, maybe I should play Valorant. I need money.
I would have said yes. Like, that's it.
yes, in the deepest tone.
I don't know how deep I
Like-
can go. I'm like,
Yes.
Grace, are you a girl?
Yes. Why?
Oh my God, a Vagabond reference in the comments. I love it.
I'm just people sometimes this happens always when I'm not streaming and I'm like, I'm not even awake, man.
And those are moments that need to be streamed or clipped.
I know.
Worst case, at least you can leave OBS like recording instead of streaming.
I've been starting to do that, but I
Good.
think they sniff it out too because even when I'm recording, I'm like, nothing's happening. Okay.
A tip that I can definitely that'll definitely help since you're using OBS and I use OBS for this is use the replay buffer feature.
The replay buffer?
Because pretty much it's the replay buffer is pretty much you getting a clip.
Oh.
Yeah, so even when you're not streaming or not recording, as long as you have the replay buffer on, you can always just hit the replay buffer, and you'll get like however minutes of clips that you want. Whether you want like 30 minutes or not 30 minutes, but like 30 seconds, 1 minute, 45 seconds, so on and so forth. I'll show you after the podcast.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because that's what I use for when I do the podcast, when I do tournaments, I just enable the replay feature. Whether like as soon as I go live, the replay buffer goes live too.
Oh, okay.
And even when I'm not on, I could just manually turn it on. And if I'm not streaming, I'll still have OBS up and running, but it's not streaming, it's not recording, but it's going to capture whatever moments of gaming that I have. And as people see it on, my Instagram where I have it by 9:16, that's another feature I have to also show you as well, because I can get 2 clips where it's 16:9 and 9:16 both at the same time.
Mm. Here I am going into a free version of DaVinci Resolve trying to edit my clips manually. But that's cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We do be learning here.
Nice.
Yeah, I be on YouTube a lot. So when it comes to OBS, I'm like, what more can I learn about this program feature? If there's like a brand new update or a brand new feature, I want to learn about it. So that way I can apply it to whatever I do here. So, that makes me effective, and I don't mind sharing my knowledge of what I learned in OBS to other people and whatnot. So I'll definitely show you after the podcast.
Nice. Thank you.
But yeah, other than that, is there any other moments that you have in gaming that you also want to share with us as well?
Not that I can think of. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then we can definitely move on to our next topic, and that is tell us your gaming pet peeves. What are some things that annoy you in gaming? The things that bother you. Like, I know you've got them, so by all means,
let it all out.
Lay it out on us.
I feel like I've already spoken about boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, trying to. I know that I sort of talked about it where it's like proving a point where it's like, oh my God, yo, I had someone literally give me the line, go to the kitchen and make me the sandwich one time.
That
and I'm like, I'm
line.
sorry, are we in the 2000s? Like, how old are you? It's annoying. And even if they think it's like joking around, it's just like, get a better joke, get a better humor.
Be more original.
Be more humorous. Like, if you were creative with a joke, then yes, I would laugh along. But don't give me like the old like, oh, make me a sandwich or go to the kitchen or whatever.
You hit them with a motherless behavior and they get so offended.
It's like your mom didn't teach you how to make one.
They're probably playing on mommy's computer anyways.
Yeah.
It's like, it's mommy's money or daddy's money. I think besides, because I definitely talked about like the boys being annoying, but the one thing I've noticed is how it's like, it's not fast fashion, but like fast gaming. Like we were talking about before.
Lethal Company.
Yeah, like Lethal Company, Among Us, things like that gain so much popularity.
And then they like die down.
And then they die down.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I wanted to be a part of this. And that goes with like social media and things like that, where it's like if you don't post stuff at this moment exactly, it's gonna die away. That's I guess a pet peeve I have is how quick, like things that happened 2 weeks ago is like a year nowadays. Yeah. How quickly things develop, they gain popularity and then just die. And it's like, not everyone has the money. Not everyone has the time to enjoy these things.
Yeah, that's mostly, I would agree. It's mostly time. Like people don't have time to capitalize on the trend. So it's just like, you got to get on it quick.
Yeah. I mean, back when COVID hit, that's when I started streaming. I was on my computer pretty much all day, every day. I'd go to work because my work was still open during COVID, and then I'd come home, be on my computer. Nowadays, I can't. I work longer hours. I have other responsibilities. I now wake up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym. So, trying to better myself and then go to work. And then, coming back, it's like I am tired. I barely have time to game. And it's like, I really want to do this, but it's like,
Yeah. I'm the same way. That's why when it comes to, even with fighting games, it's like, I'm not at the level that I would like to be at because I have so much stuff I have to do. I have so much responsibilities that I have to do and whatnot. And, just like yourself, you are also, you have a significant other. I have a significant other. We have to spend time with them as well. Mm. So that even takes up more time. And it's just like, don't have that much time to game. But when I do, that's when it's like, I'll just stream or I'll just make content, have my clips, throw it up there, boom, done.
Exactly. Yeah, now, like, the only time I have to game is when I stream because I'm forcibly making time to game.
Yeah.
Because I'm streaming. It's like an added effect.
Yeah.
That's another thing where I hate how not everything is cross-platform or the PlayStation and only the PlayStation and Xbox are cross-platform, but not all the games are PC to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because,
what the fuck?
Yeah, because my partner has an Xbox.
Nice.
And it's like, oh, Siege is cross-platform? Cool. Let's do this together. But no, it's only cross-platform between bot and bot. The only game we can play is Dead by Daylight, which is not bad, but it's like...
I want more options. I know, dude.
Have you guys thought about Pal World?
No. I've had someone try to make me play it, but I'm like...
it is Xbox, PC. That's like one of the other games. But other than that, there's not really many. I mean, there's basically Fortnite and there's other generic games, but
I'm still
nothing
waiting
really
for
Xbox PC. Unless you have Game Pass, then it's a whole different spiel.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Phasmophobia to be cross-platform already.
Really?
Yes.
You brave enough to play it?
I want to play it.
I know. I just want to pick your brain.
Fuck, because my significant other plays it and I want to play it with her.
What do you
so bad? PS5.
Oh, okay.
And they said that they were gonna make it cross-platform for all platforms, but
That's gonna take time.
Yeah.
it's
hurry
cross-platform,
the
but
fuck up, bro. I don't know. I personally think that if you're gonna make a game and you have the intention to make it cross-platform, I think you should release it cross-platform off rip
100%.
and not, oh, we're gonna make it for PC only, and then by the time it dies down, it's cross-platform. It's like, can you not do that, please?
Like Lethal was only PC, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
As of now.
That would have been perfect, and it was not that expensive.
Don't think there's ever a console game. Is there a console version for it? I don't think there is.
I don't think there is a console version.
Not
for it.
yet.
Unless there's a Roblox version of it, but there's like a Roblox version of everything.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole different spiel.
It's, I don't know, dude. That thing you mentioned is so fucking annoying. Having to wait for games to be cross-platform.
Yeah.
And then even if they're cross-platform, it's like crappy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes the PC version or the console version could be crap.
Yeah.
Or some people just forget about Ethernet cables existing.
Bro, dude, the fact that
Yeah.
people still don't use them.
Why?
People are still on Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Why do you think people in Mortal Kombat are slightly good just because there are multiple delayed frames?
No, I fought my mom to be able to meet out Ethernet. I was like,
Same.
please, I need it.
Same.
Yeah. One of my recent pet peeves that I have is I'm playing Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, and I enjoy the game. I really like the game. I just have this. I'm not saying the game is bad. I'm not saying that by any means, but the thing with and I see this with a lot of RPG games or even action games, and that is y'all need to stop recycling bosses. Stop that. Like
They're recycling bosses.
like because I'm more towards going towards the end of the game, like the end of the story of the game. So there are these bosses that as I'm trying to get to the final boss, hey, you get to fight these bosses again, even though I've already fought them earlier in the game, but I'm gonna fight like a different variation of them. I'm just like, that would have been a perfect time to introduce new bosses instead of just recycling the ones that you gave us in the beginning, and here they are again towards the end. They're a little bit stronger, but just like, I already know how to play against this boss, so I already know what to expect. I'd rather would want different bosses to where it's like, okay, how do I approach this boss? Because in the beginning, yeah, they probably killed me or whatnot, fine, whatever, but now moving towards the end and I see them again, it's just like, I already know how to play against this boss. There's nothing different, nothing unique other than different color variation and just a little bit more health and a little bit more attack. That's about it. I find that annoying, and I know Elden Ring did that as well. Other action games or RPG games do stuff like that to where it's like, hey, you're gonna refight the same bosses again, but they're going to be a little bit stronger. It's like, don't do that. Just introduce new bosses that are challenging, because at that point, we already know how to play against that boss because we fought them already. I don't want to fight them again.
That's a huge issue with a lot of live service games too, because since for some fuck reason almost every company wants to be a live service now.
Yeah.
They overwork themselves to the point where they become lazy to creating new bosses and just new things. So they recycle again and again so they can focus on keeping up with the live service. It's like, I've noticed that a lot with even especially the new live service games. It's the same shit with Destiny as well. A lot of recycled content is like, it's not healthy for the game, obviously. And you're just making us bored as hell. And the only reason you have to not make new things is, we're overworked keeping up with the live service. Like, then, I don't know, maybe not make a fucking live service game.
Yeah.
It's not everything has to be live service. Like, games can just be games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I agree with that. And I also look at it as instead of like with the whole live service thing, because for them it's the easiest way for companies to make money. Like I get that, but it's like, give us more, but don't give us like recycled stuff. Don't give us like the same stuff over and over again, because we're already used to it. We would like to see something new. Like, if you want to maximize your profits off of the gamers, offer something new, something unique, rather than something recycled that we've already had, once or even twice before. And then you just repackage it as, oh, well, this is a new thing. I'm looking at you, Last of Us Part 2.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Are we talking about the second or the third remastered?
Bro. Dude.
Oh my God.
You know what?
As I said, that game is a cash grab, because all they had to do, instead of giving us a PS5 version, just update the PS4 version.
Skyrim.
Yes, that too. Like Last of Us Part 2, they could have just updated the graphics or put out a patch to where it updates the graphics of the PS4 version of it, and then you're able to play it on the PS5. It does not need a remaster. Like, with remasters, I get it. People like to, play old games on newer hardware. I get that. And there's the argument of, I'm tired of remasters. I want new games, new experiences, whatnot. The problem with it is that there are gamers out there that don't want to play new games. They don't want to give them a try. For me, I'm one of those gamers who's like, I'm going to give it a try. Like, these new JRPGs, I'm going to give them a try. I'm going to see how it is, how do I like it. Remasters, on the other hand, like,
what's new about a remaster besides the looks?
Exactly. Yeah. Or audio sounds. Like, The Last of Us Part 1 really didn't need a PS5 remaster. If honestly, it didn't. Because you could have still played the PS4 version on the PS5 anyway.
Man, companies are all over the place.
Same thing with The Last of Us Part 2. Came on the PS4. You could play the PS4 version on the PS5.
Yeah.
If anything, I would accept a remaster if it was PS3 games. Like, give me Infamous 1 and Infamous 2 remastered.
Hell yeah.
You have my money.
Infamous Second Son. Please.
Yes.
Holy fuck, bro. That game remastered, I would play the shit out of it.
Give me that. Give me a remastered version of, I don't know, SOCOM 4, even though I know SOCOM is dead. Give me a remastered of that. Or give me a remastered version of Killzone 1 and 2 and 3. Please?
Just better quality shit.
Give me a PS5 remaster of all the Prince of Persia games.
Yes.
And I will pay. I don't care how much it is. I'll pay.
If it's a trilogy or a collection, that would be worth it,
dude.
Like games that were, classic hits on the PlayStation 2 and a PS3. Like, I would accept remasters of those games on the PS5. But if they were already on the PS4, I don't.
It's useless, especially when it's known as a Game of the Year edition and a remastered edition.
It's so stupid.
It's dumb.
Yeah, Warner Brothers is under shit. Who else? I mean, like, there was Kill the Justice League. How did you guys feel about that?
I haven't played it. I'm not interested in it.
I'm not interested at all.
I've heard only bad things about it.
So I've seen people overhyping it, mostly because of the parkour movements, the fact that this is Kevin Conroy's last voice acting.
And apparently it's actually not.
Yeah.
I also heard that
it's not.
That it's actually not going to be his last. Yeah. That I heard. I don't know. It could be fake.
There's too many things. When they talk about like the reintroduction, because it's based off the Arkham universe, they managed to fuck up the Arkham universe even more.
Why? That's so bad.
That's where it gets confusing. I'm like, based off the Arkham universe. So I'm like, canonically, Batman did all this work. Joker's dead. There's a new Joker coming up.
Why would they do that?
That's DLC.
Interesting.
Oh my god.
There's too much going around that they want to build from their own story.
I think the reason why they said that is because the Arkham games were so good that they're relying on the hype of it being part of that universe for people to actually go and get the fucking game.
It doesn't even look like an Arkham game.
Exactly. It doesn't resemble the Arkham games at all.
Like, if you're trying to think you're playing as Jason Todd or anything else like that, you definitely aren't.
You're not, dude.
You're playing in like a extremely huge like UI heads-up display all over the place with a bit of ultimates. Like, every like shooter has some kind of ultimate skill. What the fuck is up with that?
Dude,
and a story mode.
It's a single player game on top of that too.
With a pass.
With a battle pass. Yeah, it's a single player live service game, and it's like, yeah, no wonder why it's getting shit on.
single player live service.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get different cosmetics.
It's a fucking live service.
Yeah, that look is what I had when I first discovered Grace. It's just like, what the hell is this?
I think they're also they were writing off the hype of, them being the Suicide Squad. Like, the last movie, it was good, but like
It actually was.
I think I don't know, man. Maybe
Different universe, different concept. Nothing is related to each other.
And yeah, exactly. But I think they're just writing off that hype. I don't know. Like maybe it probably has nothing to do with what we're actually talking about, but I feel like with Suicide Squad specifically, I just feel like it's overdone now. It's overdone. I'm tired of seeing Harley Quinn. I don't give 3 fucks about Harley Quinn.
What about Mr. J? No,
I don't like. I just feel like those characters are so like fucking lame, and like they could do something. There's so many DC characters that they can use.
There's so many games.
Instead of making Kill the Suicide Squad, I mean the Justice League, make a fucking Justice League game. How fucking cool would that be?
Yeah, if it's a simple like adventure kind of style or single player, I'm open to that. You want to play as Aquaman? Swim in Atlantis.
or make separate games of each of the heroes, dude. I'm still waiting for a Flash game.
I'm waiting for Marvel to make another game besides Wolverine.
Well,
What you got?
we're getting Blade. That looks cool.
An actual show or a game?
No, the game.
Wait,
Dude,
for real?
Yes. Did you not fucking
Yeah.
see it in the?
I forgot about a high key.
Bro, it looks the trailer looks cool, so we'll see how the gameplay goes. We haven't seen gameplay, but it is in the same universe as the Spider-Man game.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot about that trailer for the Game Awards.
Yeah. So yeah, we are getting that. We're still gonna get the Wolverine game.
So
But,
Marvel has 2 games.
but like you see, like what Marvel always fucking does, making individual content of said character. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they might make a fucking Avengers game down the
I'll throw
line.
$5. They're gonna
But like
make another
a better
Amazing
one, not the
Spider-Man.
fucking shit that they came out recently.
Yeah, that was a live service, and it was just god-awful.
Exactly.
Yes, it
Stop
was.
making live service shit. Live service is like the fucking. That's like shooting yourself in the foot before anything.
Well, you have to know. Well, you have to know the reason why they're trying to do live service.
Well,
especially with the money, of
Yeah.
course. But you look at games like Destiny. I think that was the only one that was like actually
Destiny-
successful.
It was one of the first. I would argue and say it was probably the first live service, but like first successful live service because it's still going.
Wait, then no, I have to take that back. Then.
Wait,
it's World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft, I'm sorry. I
is the-
forget
is
about
the,
that
Is the
one.
longest?
Oh my
Is the longest
God.
live service? Yes,
Isn't League is also one
live
right?
service. Yes.
Okay, so those
Dead by
3
Daylight
games.
live service.
Those 3 games, WoW, League, and Destiny.
Destiny. I would say Destiny being the most successful one on
For
console.
console, yes.
Okay.
That's why it's so successful.
Yeah.
But like, you have to make the game fit a live service lifestyle.
Yeah.
You-
Like the model has to be good enough to the point where you have people playing the game for long periods of time,
Yeah.
for years down to come, and then of course you keep expanding on the story of said game.
Exactly.
Even though you're gonna have people that's gonna not like the direction of where the story goes, or you end up killing off important characters in said universe.
Bungie.
Yeah.
Again.
and then bring them back later on for hype. Anyway, but I don't know. With a game like Suicide Squad being a live service game, that I didn't even know it was a live service game. That shit is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, the fact that you can just get custom skins for your characters and your guns. Nothing really special.
Dude,
It's just another version of the Avengers.
Yeah.
yeah,
Another
man.
version of the Avengers. That's all,
That
that's
was the
all it
last Destiny related game.
These game companies, they think they know. I have this like thing, this theory that I feel like game companies are mostly now ran by people around our age, and let's be real, a lot of people in our generation, they just think they know better, and I feel like that is what drives them to make these stupid fucking decisions, and they think that they have the community's best interest
without asking the community.
without asking the fucking community.
Well, I'll have to disagree on that one, and that's simply due to the fact that, a lot of game developers are people who are like around our age or a little bit older, but it's more so of the publisher, the people who are in charge of these game companies, and they are well above our age. And what we're going through now is just having people who are in positions of power in the gaming industry who are not gamers. They don't understand the gaming culture. Hell, they don't even respect gaming culture at all. So that's the reason why we're seeing these
crazy decisions.
These crazy decisions. These predatory microtransactions on games that should not have microtransactions, and they're just trying to get more money out of gamers, like nickel and diming gamers out of literally the smallest pieces of content. When years ago, like all of us played on the PS2, you had a full complete game.
Yep. Unlockables, earn.
Only $60.
If you wanted to get more stuff out of the game, then you would have to play the game for longer periods of time under certain conditions to unlock certain things within that game. Fast forward to now, gaming has gotten a lot better, but microtransactions and trying to milk more money out of gamers has also went up as well. So that is not on the decision of game developers, because when you look at indie games, you can see all of the love and passion that they have, and they give more back to gamers versus these big AAA games that are coming from companies like EA, Activision, Bandai Namco, which I don't think they're very predatory or whatnot. But you get what, or Namco or whatnot. But you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's mostly coming from people who are in positions of power that don't give a damn about gamers. They just know that, hey, how can we make more money off of them? Because they know that, we could sell you a game that costs $50, $60, or even $70, but we want to string them along for years down to come, and just nickel and dime them, because so that way they can get even more money out of us, even though we've already paid for the full game. It's just a part of the. It's pretty much. I know I'm going on a tangent. It's pretty much, you go to a restaurant or you go to a fast food restaurant, you order a meal, burgers and fries and whatnot, and you pay your $10 for the meal. But now if you want sauce, they're gonna charge you extra. You want extra bacon? We're gonna charge you extra. You want lettuce? We're gonna charge you extra. That's how it is with gaming. It's just, here's the game, but we're gonna charge you for all these little minor things later down the road, so that way you have the complete experience.
Like they say in the chat, corporate
kills
creativity.
Yeah.
Fuck
that's well said.
Corporate.
Imagine if
I wish I knew their names so I could actually say them here. Especially
Dude,
the
I think
ones
somebody paid like a legendary edition of some Ubisoft game, and they just get Ubisoft ads within the game. Like the game pauses itself. Hey, Assassin's Creed Mirage is coming out for $70. I would be so pissed off if I'm playing a AAA game and I see ads for another game coming out.
I would.
Like it's a Marvel ad into Disney.
No.
Yeah, like stop, man.
It's extremely painful.
It's like anything now that we want to try to enjoy to the fullest is just getting more and more expensive.
Yeah.
And can't even blame inflation on that. This is people that just want low quality for high budget cost.
I think they're taking advantage of the inflation just so they can make more money.
I'm excited to see the next console price, in all honesty.
Dude, no, the PS6 is gonna be $1,000. How much you want to bet?
That's gonna cost one of my arms.
I don't know. I think even with this console generation, I think more and more people are more transitioning towards PC, because honestly, it's like PC's like kind of the way to go now.
Mm-hmm.
For one, gamers want games that are affordable.
Mm-hmm.
And PC has a lot of affordable games. And if you have a PC rig, however big it is or whatnot, you can put more memory into it, and adding more memory to your PC is not expensive because guess what? SSD cards back then were almost $200. Now you can get them for under $100. SSD, not just the HDD, but the SSD. So those are getting a lot cheaper. And when it comes to console and PC, Grace, I know you probably noticed as well, is that PC, it can last you for 10, 20 years because literally your PC is your child, your baby, and you can make your upgrades every 3, 4, 5, 6 years down the line because you're still able to play your games. All you have to do is just change some internal parts, and you're good to go.
And once in a while, a monitor if you want to make things look good. Like if I'm paying $70 for a game, I want to see every blade of grass twitch. In all honesty, or every wave flow.
Yeah,
I am. Well, I mean, I can't afford it right now, but I am making that transition to PC.
I've never been so proud as a friend.
I'm still gonna have my PS5. Don't get me wrong. Like fucking, console on top. But
oh my god, here we go again.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be that obnoxious guy and get the most expensive PC, and I'm not gonna build that shit. I'm not a fucking weirdo like that.
Just make sure it's good quality.
No, yeah.
I never trust pre-built PCs unless I know the person.
There's been a couple that I've seen like being advertised by some content creators that I follow.
Okay.
And like if they recommend it, I'm gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Just read the reviews. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. So something really expensive that can support like streaming too, because I do want to get into streaming. Because I can't stream on my PS5 unfortunately, unless like there's another person playing a PS5. So.
Ooh, CJ said to keep your old consoles. I agree.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
I sort of regret selling my PS2.
What? Oh, you what?
I need the money.
Okay.
Fair point.
I still have my PS2. It's dead though. It doesn't work, but because I fried the fuck out of it. I played so much Spider-Man 2,
but
that I fucking killed the console.
That shouldn't fry a PS2.
I know. I don't know why, but I don't know. It's fried.
Bro, that Miami Oxygen be killing it.
I know. I blame Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Like the old Spider-Man, obviously the old Spider-Man 2.
Dude, I have all my PlayStations, and they all work.
The funniest thing is, back before pandemic, I went thrift shopping. I got like an N64 for $20 that I fixed.
Wow.
And then during pandemic, I went to a game store in Lakeland, and I got like this Game Boy for like $80, a Game Boy Color.
I want to, because you mentioned the PSP. I'm tempted to like look online for PSPs.
Honestly,
I don't care if they cost $500. I want one.
The store over here, way back when, has PSPs.
Yes, they do.
Right now?
They're closed. They're closed on Sundays, but
he was about to get up and get one right now.
I was about to walk out the door.
But
modded PSPs are like a wave.
But if y'all want retro consoles, like he sells them, and all you have to do is just DM him and be like, hey, if you have one, hold it for me. I'll come get it, and just mention Silverback Senpai sent me. And he'll take care of you.
Not a paid advertisement.
He'll take care of you because I got my PSP from him. I got a Nintendo DS from him. I got a Wii from him. I got a Wii U from him. And I also think I got a couple of games and whatnot. They all work and sold to me for really
the ticking noise.
And he sold to me for a really, really good price. So, shout out to way back when, because if y'all need retro consoles, like, he sells it. Just let him know that I sent you. He will have you taken care of. So
he also has PS2s, right?
Yes, he does have PS2s.
I kind of want to like get a, because mine doesn't work anymore. So
come through on a Friday night. I'll come here too.
I miss my PS2, man.
He has all the Nintendos, OG Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube.
He even has the games too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a lot of stuff.
I need to play Daxter. Remember Daxter?
Yes.
I don't know if they'll have it, but you know what?
It's so rare. It's so rare. But if I can find
played
Daxter
it too
again, oh my god!
Playing Daxter was a fun thing, especially that bug game.
Dude, yes, Daxter was oh my god, that was the best PSP game.
Or like the whole interaction or whole reacting where you have to press a button and it's like Dexter doing Matrix.
Yes, dude, the dream missions. Oh my god,
this is why we're unrelated cousins.
Bro, Daxter was the shit, dude.
But yeah, if y'all even handhelds, like if you're looking for special handhelds, any Game Boys, because I got a lot of Game Boys from him. DS's, he has them all. PSPs, he has them. I got 2 of my PSPs, the OG PSP and then the the PSP where it's Bluetooth and it has built-in storage.
Oh,
he
yeah,
has
yeah.
that there, and of course he also has a PS Vita. So
Yeah,
hit up way back when.
but PSP's better.
Damn, not a paid advertisement.
It's not
Speaking of like consoles, what happened to what is it? The Steam Deck?
It's still relevant.
Oh my
Is it?
god,
Yeah.
dude! I want to get that shit too.
So-
holy fuck.
What I can say is make sure you have a cooling agent for it. But I know they're cheaper now because of the OLED models coming out. And that way it's just longer battery life, better lighting. But it will run games mostly like around 30 frames per second and such. But you can run any game you have from Steam.
Interesting.
And I've seen some people use it for other modifications. Like some people use it for tournaments to keep track of brackets, like Aerodesk.
Interesting.
And then I think I've seen someone use they just plugged in a GPU just so they can play Elden Ring on 60 frames. Levels of chaotic.
Can you directly plug an Ethernet cord?
I
to it?
wish I don't. I
God.
don't know if you can actually. I played my buddy in Street Fighter while he had Wi-Fi.
How OP would that be?
That would be extremely. I feel like there's going to be some dock connector of some sort.
Maybe.
But I was fighting one of my buddies on his Steam. He was playing a Steam Deck in Oklahoma with Wi-Fi on his truck, and I'm playing Street Fighter with him, and the connection was actually good.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was. I got my ass kicked still.
Not on that Oklahoma Wi-Fi.
Nah, he plays Ken. That's why.
That's Nightbreed, isn't it?
It's 100% Nightbreed.
Yeah.
Call him pass out.
Yeah, like the Steam Deck.
I
do
made
wanna
it
get a
so
Steam Deck.
anonymous.
But I'm gonna wait for the newer version because so that way it's like now I have something I can take on the go, and of course I can play my gaming library on the go since I do have like a lot of games on Steam. So I definitely want to get a
Also,
Steam Deck.
Butters lives off his Steam Deck too. He carries that thing with him everywhere.
It works on your hotspot too, right?
Yeah, I believe it can work on a hotspot too, but who would want to play like a shooter on a Steam Deck that will most likely burn itself faster than a PS2?
Yeah. Imagine,
Grace is like,
imagine trying.
that might be me.
Might try.
Just look up cooling fans for it because that thing will get really hot, and the last thing you want to do is burn your lap or burn your hands with it.
Just
and,
rest it
and I
on,
know some people have mods where you can switch to grips and such, so at least it's more comfy to use because it has a touchpad,
rest it on ice.
Just put on a little cooler.
like an ice block with
My table.
plastic.
I want a Steam Deck.
I do too. There's other competitions, but it looks like Steam Deck is still like the dominant one.
Dominant because I actually didn't hear about it until recently.
Yes.
I heard about it right after I got my Switch, and I was fucking mad because when I heard all the perks that it has, I'm like, dude,
What was the other Steam Deck like console? I
The
forgot.
Asus ROG.
Yes, I've heard people.
never heard of
What
that.
is that?
I went to a Best Buy. It's basically a Steam Deck that's supposed to be more super powered. I went to a Best Buy. I asked them about it. They're like, "Don't get it. It's ass." The guy straight up just told me that, but without even like pulling any punches.
Like the specs are better than a Steam Deck, but it's more so of can it run? It's pretty much like you have your own PC on the go.
Oh.
I feel like the now generic
But you
has to
can
run
you,
Minecraft. at
you
this
can
point.
have your Steam account like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so then what makes it so bad compared to Steam Deck?
I guess because Steam Deck it prioritizes like on their user interface and
Oh, okay.
it prioritizes on primarily their user interface and of course the games for it. So yeah, ironically, it's gonna run a lot better. Games are gonna run a lot better on the Steam Deck because that's what it's built for. Versus the competition where hey, you can play your Steam games on it. But, as I said, it's more so like your PC on the go. Like, if you don't want to carry your laptop, then you have this thing, your Asus ROG, that you can use. Granted, it has better specs, but there are some things where it kind of like falls short on.
Okay.
People in the chat are wild.
Oh my god, I love this chat right now. I love Pink, who's just like, if I found out my teammate is playing off a hotspot or McDonald's Wi-Fi and
Wi-Fi.
reporting them. I don't want to report the guy that's teaching me how to play Street Fighter later on in life, but not now.
Next thing you know, you're gonna see someone with an actual tower and monitor just playing in McDonald's.
Yes, I have seen that once.
Oh,
Well, no, I've seen most people casually just play fighting games in like the weirdest spots.
Starbucks. I've seen
Starbucks,
it.
McDonald's. I've seen a bathroom before.
Setting
I mean,
up
the bathroom I think is weirder. I mean, the Starbucks.
Hotels.
Hey, bro.
Me and Silver went to a mini convention with my laptop playing Tekken. Like,
Dude.
we were away from the whole convention section. We're just playing Tekken casually in the corner.
Dude, I need to utilize my laptop more.
You definitely do.
I do,
I will
I
help
do.
you if I have to.
I do.
So help me.
Yeah, because your laptop specs are better than mine, so you're able to run.
Yours is probably better than mine, too.
Yeah, you're able to run some pretty good games on it and whatnot. All you have to do is just plug in your controller and you're good to go.
You can also play online games with an Ethernet
Yeah, because
cable.
I ain't doing that.
No, screw that.
No. Unless you're playing a shooter, of course, then yeah, that's where
Why
you
not?
can use
Fuck,
keyboard.
not even.
But of course,
I
you
would
can-
not, dude. I played Overwatch and
This is why
without
you
a
get a snack
controller.
box, baby. This is why.
I can't. Well, maybe I could play with that, but nah.
This is my fight stick.
But
Not a paid advertisement.
I played Overwatch like a regular PC loser, and I was I'm gonna say it. I
Call me a
can't play
loser?
like how do fucking people play like this, bro?
Like that?
It's so.
Oh, I'm
makes
sorry.
no
Just let me
Yes,
Oh.
sorry. I came from the console fucking generation.
Me
Like,
too.
when
Oh.
PS2 was better than fucking anything.
Me too.
Not
You
even.
had the
but-
human accent coming.
No, that's so dumb. I can't. That's like doing this and like you can't do it at the same time.
Well, that's
Like,
a
how
you
do
problem.
fucking
Yo,
people
what's
do
the
that?
Dark Souls saying? You just gotta get
Oh,
good.
you got no. It's just WASD, man,
No, bro.
and a shift or control.
I gotta teach you that in neutral. God damn it.
Bro, moving forward with one, doing this is like, bro, can I just like? It's so much simpler.
But you're just
holding
it's-
it, and then
it's-
you're doing this, and then you got like fucking 15 other buttons that you gotta fucking press.
I don't know what game you're playing with. 15
You're over-
buttons.
you're
that's,
overthinking
That's
it.
League,
I don't
okay?
know, I don't know,
That's not an
I don't know.
FPS.
Bro,
It's
he's
so-
Puerto Rican. He's overthinking this.
Yeah, I probably am. My Puerto Rican brain can't fucking process
It took me a while.
4 fucking buttons here and this shit here. I can't. I want it all
It's
here.
a click
So-
and a click.
I got a saying to tell you, AJ. Herbs told me this, but in order to be clean, you gotta get washed first. And it's gonna
Well,
happen.
maybe I don't want to be washed.
Then stay
fucking love-
dirty.
I love
It's
controllers.
fine. Controller has aim assist, so it's okay.
You know,
That's
fuck
not-
it. I don't care.
That's
Aim
not even
assist.
good. They can't have the assisted module that most people had. Usually, there's one that you can just plug in USB that helps your aim assist even more. It now it's detected in most like games for cheating.
That's what
Well, you know what doesn't have aim assist? Well, correct me. If
I
I'm
can name
wrong.
5 different games
correct
you're
me,
about to say.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but fighting games don't have aim assist.
No, there's some hacks here.
How can that be aimed?
So
Assisted?
I can still play on my fucking controller.
Yes. you
Yes.
can.
So leave me alone.
Yes, you can.
No, the first thing is you have to play a fighting game.
I still, I still have Mortal Kombat.
But I do want to come
And
back.
Street Fighter 6.
I do want to come back at like with playing shooters on PC. Like yeah, keyboard and mouse is the superior way to go.
Oh hell yeah!
It is the
can't.
superior way to go.
I can't.
But you listen. It took me a while, but it is the superior way to go. But it's one of those things where it's just like you have to like make it a habit because you'll realize how much fluid and how much more things you can do with keyboard and mouse versus on controller. Because when you see these people, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it too in shooters as well, especially like Call of Duty or even Apex Legends, where they're just doing these insane movements.
And it's just like a flick of a wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only do that.
Yeah, you can only do that with keyboard and mouse. You can't do it with controller. Like,
It's cool if you can flick your wrist, but it's not cool if you just use your thumb for a joystick.
Oh my god! Look at me.
even if you were to tune up your sensitivities on the controller or whatnot, or you have like a modded controller that'll allow you to move that quick, you will still not be able to outpace a PC player's movements because of the whole keyboard and mouse. Because with the mouse, as you're seeing a little track thing, you're moving really, really fast compared to on a controller where you have to like move it a little bit, even if you were to increase the sensitivity.
Yep.
So it's a different night and day thing, but I'm pretty sure you can explain it much better than me.
No, just I haven't really done a lot of like with controller, but I have noticed just like trying to aim with the controller is so annoying.
You think someone
Turn up the
And even if I train up the same
Had-
sensitivities, it's just like
I literally just said that,
my
like,
God.
turn it up the
But it's so much easier because I'm only able to play with like this much space.
Understandable.
And some people have like this much space, so their sensitivity is super low, so they just. But no, mine is just flick of the wrist. Like I can just do this motion, and I'm already 180, and I'm like, that's how I play because I have such a small field, and it's.
talking shit.
I
No,
have
not
to
this
be
time.
So controlled with that though.
And I also do notice when it
that
comes
too.
to shooters
Skill issue, my
that
ass.
like when you're playing shooters, especially on a competitive level, one, you want to have a really good monitor,
Yeah.
and there is a benefit to having a monitor that's curved because you can expand the field of view.
like her already.
Because I have a curved 24-inch monitor, and I always max out my view whenever I'm playing shooters, and it's just like a night and day difference because there's so much I can see now versus
God.
to other games, like on console, to where some people are playing with, they're not expanding their field of view, they're just playing at the default. I believe
This
90
bitch
is
is
the
getting-
default, 90 or 75. But when you expand that field of view, you can see so much. And another thing when you're playing shooters, especially on PC, is that field of view matters. And of course, the refresh rate matters because if you're playing above 120 versus, a lot of people that play like Call of Duty or other shooters, they're playing on, an average 60 hertz. When you play at 120, you're moving fast.
Yes.
You're moving.
You are moving so fast and fluid. You're just like, whoa, this is
Oh my God, Silver, these comments are killing me right now.
like, yo, this is way too fast. Like, you don't know how to react because you're moving so fast and so fluid. So playing on a better monitor, and of course, you're playing on PC, your movements are gonna just be so stupidly
oh
fluid.
hell yeah, it's like maintaining a digital guardian, what it's called. But if you read the comment down where Pinku Baby is just like, I don't know which one is more difficult, teaching AJ how to use a keyboard and mouse, or showing Grandpa how to work the TV remote.
That's why I still beat you in Destiny.
The layers of disrespect, I love it.
Don't worry. We're gonna run the 1v1s later after I get home after the podcast. So, we'll see.
Clip it.
We'll see who's better.
Just clip it.
controller or mouse and keyboard.
That's the first step of doing content.
No.
Clipping whatever you have.
Whenever you get on your PC or whenever
I'm
you
still gonna
get
use a controller.
Yeah.
Yes,
This pussy.
So okay, no, you're gonna play Phasmophobia with your partner,
on a controller.
and it's gonna be like behind you, there's a ghost. Wait, what? That's gonna be how you are turning around on a controller.
Is that?
But if you had a mouse,
Here's the
you can just.
Here's another thing. There's something called situational awareness. If you're playing a game like that, you have to be ready to just turn around. You can't just be like reactive on the spot. You have to know, okay, like
But isn't the situational awareness being reactive on the spot?
She's
yeah,
right.
That's
I
universally
can, I
for
can,
everybody.
still,
Grace is
I
right.
can
Grace
still
is
turn
right.
around at a timely manner. I don't need to be
But-
from here and then here in one fucking frame.
What if you need to?
I don't. The fucking monster's not gonna catch me in like one frame. Let's be real.
You know how
Fast forward to him, a clip of him dying because he turned too slow.
Grace, he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. He's not a believer.
Bro,
The fun fact today
I'm
is
still gonna use a fucking controller. You can't stop me.
so
Well,
frame-
we know.
The more you know that one frame is 1/60th of a second, so it is possible, high key. Maybe it might not be one frame. It could be a few frames.
How about this? I'll just fucking, I don't know.
You can believe in the heart of the cards all you want.
I'll have someone in front of me, and I learned this in the army. I'll have someone in front of me, and I'll just be behind them, and I walk backwards, constantly looking behind me. So, someone's viewing my fucking six, and I'm viewing their fucking six.
But then, what if you don't hear that they just died?
Oh my god, bro! They will tell me if they died.
No, not if they're dead.
Yeah, dead man.
can't
don't
hear
know.
The ghost can't
Well, I
speak.
haven't played that game, so I don't know exactly how it works. But I'm still gonna use a controller. I don't care.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
We believe in you.
No, I will say, okay. So I am talking shit, but there was a game that I played. I forgot what it was called. But it is a console game. but they made it for PC as well.
Right.
As they should.
I have a small keyboard. Like, it's not the full keyboard because I like the small one.
Oh, you have the Apex Mini, I'm guessing.
Yes.
I do too.
Yes, I have the small one because I like it and it's cute.
Same.
But the thing is, the game required keys that I didn't have.
Oh,
That's
no.
crazy.
And so Dish yelled at me to use the consoles, so I plugged in my controller for only that second, only those section, and then that was it.
That's crazy.
But if I had the full keyboard, it would have worked. It was only because I didn't have a full keyboard.
Yeah, because you have to press the Steel Series button to use everything else. I have the same exact one.
Yeah.
Love it. Especially the fact I have reactive as the lighting.
No, I love the lighting.
Puts a tear in my eye every time. PC power, baby.
But I'm sure that there's controllers out there that can work better, like, for PC. That way you can actually, like,
Probably
for example,
Victrix.
like, turn around, like, faster.
Well, you just have to make sure your settings are good.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah, you would have to get
Making
like
fun of me.
modded. You would have to get like a modded controller, like a
Yeah.
Victrix or whatnot.
Victrix is probably
Which
the
is
type.
fine. I just like I just like the feel of having everything here
Yeah.
and not like here. This just throws
Everything's
me
so
off.
close
well,
to your
you can
hands.
have
Like,
it
yeah, exactly.
closer.
That's so cute.
You don't have to have it all the way out.
Like,
You can have the mini
I
keyboard.
don't
and
want it like this. I just want it like this.
All right, time to bring out the snack box.
If I'm gonna,
Literally,
if I'm
this
gonna
is my
shrimp,
hand range. And that's it.
if I'm gonna shrimp, I'd rather shrimp like this.
but then you can shrimp like this.
Why
Yeah.
shrimp like this? Then I look like I don't know. I just look like
But it's the
I
same
look stupid.
thing.
I'd rather shrimp like this.
Oh my god. Sounds like you're planning something diabolical.
But you could just,
I can't wait to piss people off having the most expensive rig while playing on a PS5 controller.
I mean,
know that-
I have a PS5.
I know that's
controller,
gonna piss people off. Like,
Nah.
why? All those
Nah.
fucking
No, we just got to get you good.
PC overlords that are like,
I'm just glad now you have a PC.
Yes.
no, I have a laptop. I don't have a PC yet.
That's how I started too.
But
Same.
like, I don't know. It just sounds.
You'll be a believer in no time.
Yeah, there are some people that can cook with controllers. You just gotta
Yeah.
start going into the kitchen.
I can cook with controllers.
Just gotta get
fall
the
into,
kitchen.
I've been doing it all my life.
You'll fall into the keyboard and mouse trap soon.
No.
Yeah,
That's why I got a snack box, so I'm already ready.
yeah. So, all right. Well, I think we've gone on very long enough, and the arcade's gonna open up soon. So, I guess this is the time where we decide to put a bow on it, and we wrap this up. So, Grace, again, thank you so much for being a guest on our podcast. Thank you for sharing your story with us, and anything that you want to say before we sign on off.
Oh, I really appreciate being here. I was very excited when you messaged me back and accepting my thing. Because I thought,
Absolutely.
like, why not?
Aw.
So, very happy to be here. I don't really have anything else to say, but thank you.
Plug your socials. Let people know what you do. Like, you're a streamer. Come
You
on,
tell
now.
them.
Well, Gracefully Games is the Twitch that I have. No underscore is just Gracefully Games because, I game super gracefully. And then the Gracefully underscore cosplay because I cosplay. Who would have thought? And those are pretty much it. Gracefully underscore cosplay for Instagram. And then for Twitch, and I barely use Twitter, but yeah, Gracefully Games. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Gracefully cockplay.
Thank you.
What?
That is also I'm kidding. That's not,
Oh, good,
that's
good
not a
save.
social.
Good save. Good save.
Waluigi AJ.
Grace, thank you so much for being here. Why are you looking at me? Our guest is over here.
Yeah, hi.
Thank you so much for joining us. Glad to see you come through. Glad to hear about your gaming, your
Yeah.
adventures, a lot of social queue interactions and so. Looking forward to seeing what you do next.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, AJ.
I don't know.
One AJ spoke well.
But
Thank you.
thanks for being here. I actually wasn't expecting because he told me yesterday last minute. I was like,
We look at the email.
so I know, dude. I've been going through a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Cool.
controllers are still better.
No, they're not.
But
No, it's not.
No. Yeah, thank you for being here. It's awesome. Like, always seeing you, especially like fucking randomly seeing you at the gym. Even though I haven't done that in a while.
Because I've been.
You've been going early.
In the morning.
Yeah, early.
Yeah.
But still, every once in a while,
Just
I'll still
come
catch
at
you.
4 a.m.
I'm not going to fucking 4
4
a.m.
a.m.
I like sleeping at 4 a.m.
I think we all do.
But
So, you know, yeah,
Jesus.
and I'm not in the fucking army anymore. I'm not gonna wake up that early.
but it feels amazing.
There's no war in Bossing Say.
All right, I'll go ahead and close it out. All right, y'all. Well, that concludes our episode. Thank you all. Thank y'all so much for watching and tuning in. This has
Thank
been
y'all.
episode 94 of the South Florida Gamer Podcast. Big shout out to our followers and supporters. If you are new here, go ahead and give us a follow and share the podcast. Let people know that, hey, we want to hear your story on our podcast. Share it with us. And yeah, we will catch you guys on the next one. Y'all be safe and stay classy.
Later.
Peace out.